The pros and cons of delaying school start times. Some of the sources that I will mention in my speech today will be the American Academy of Pediatrics, Sleep and Adolescence, and verywellfamily.com. The American Academy of Pediatrics states that delaying the school start time to 8:30 or even 9 can help teens get the required amount of sleep. Not enough sleep causes health risks such as overweight. It can also cause teens to start drinking alcohol, smoking, using tobacco, and even using drugs. 93% of high schools and 83% of middle schools start before 8:30. We need to know and familiarize ourselves with the pros and cons of delaying these school start times. Here are some of the pros to delaying school start times. Teens are required 9 to 9.5 hours of sleep, but most only get 7 to 7.5 hours or less. Sleep in Adolescence states that in high school, teens experience a 2-hour shift in their internal time clock. In other words, a teen that would normally fall asleep at 9 p.m. will now fall asleep at 11 p.m. With most schools starting at 8 o'clock or earlier, it requires some teens to get up as early as 5 a.m. A teen that falls asleep at 11 p.m. and wakes up at 5 a.m. does not get the required amount of sleep. This lack of sleep causes drowsiness, sleeping in class, and poor academic performance. Verywellfamily.com states that with adequate amounts of sleep, teens are more alert and focused in class. Students that are more alert and focused in class have a boost in academic performance. This boost in academic performance reflects greatly on the school, since most schools are graded on a nationwide scale. A later start time also means a later release time. Most students are left at home alone between the time when school releases and when parents return home from work. This amount of time when teens are left alone can cause some teens to turn to unhealthy activities, such as drug usage, smoking, and drinking alcohol. With a later start time and a later release time, it lessens the time that teens are home alone, which in turn lessens the likelihood for trouble. Some of the cons of delaying school start times. Delaying the school start time of high school and middle schools can cause a problem for the school district, since elementary schools will not delay their start time. It causes a problem for the buses, since most buses carry all elementary school, high school, and middle school students. It can also cause a problem for families with multiple children. There are some families that have children in elementary school, along with middle school or even high school. These parents require their older children to watch after their younger children after school releases. With delaying the start time of high schools and middle schools, it will cause the parents to have to find someone to look after the younger children while the older children are still in school. It can also cause a problem for sports and extracurricular activities. Since most sports and extracurricular activities occur after school, it would mean that they start later and in turn end later, which would have the students returning home later. This would lessen the amount of time that students spend with their family. It would also lessen the amount of time that students have for homework that is due the next day. It also could not work at all. Students could think that with not having to get up as early, they could stay up later, and this would not serve the intended purpose of helping teens get the required amount of sleep. In conclusion, delaying the school start time could help teens get the recommended amount of sleep, but it could also cause teens to stay up even later since they would not have to get up as early. With getting the recommended amount of sleep, teens would stay more alert in class. This could also reduce the likelihood of trouble that teens get into while they are home alone. On the other hand, it would have a big impact on the school districts and families with multiple children. It would also have an impact on sports and extracurricular activities. Although this is not an issue that is present today, I believe that this could be an issue that we see in the near future. I encourage you to research this deeper and form your own opinion. I also encourage you to talk to your school board about this issue. Thank you for watching.